we go.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. I've got my taco.
I'm so jealous. I want tacos. I really want tacos.
Avocados and all kinds of good stuff on there. Taco Tuesday.
I might have to go get taco fixins.
Just putting it out there. You're welcome.
I'm always in the mood for tacos.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
We used to have Taco Wednesday at college. I don't know
Doesn't go
why.
together.
I don't know why they changed it from Taco Tuesday to Taco Wednesday, and everybody was really upset. They're like, but it gets you
it's
through
not
the week because
alliterative.
it's the middle of the week and it gets you through. No, we want Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, you need the alliteration.
It was very upsetting.
Otherwise, I couldn't remember. All right. Without a memory device thing I need.
What day of the week am I supposed to have tacos?
It's Tuesdays.
Wednesday?
No,
it's
TT.
Tuesday. All right, so we're hungry. I mean, we had lunch. We're looking for snacks. I don't know why. We're gonna try to get through some of these books.
Yeah, not a lot today.
Not a lot today.
A little sad box for me, but that's okay.
Yeah,
'cause I got some,
me
some
too.
beats.
Me too. Well, I got a bunch of stuff for next week already, which is exciting.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I have a couple. We'll start with this one. It's called The First Day of Spring by Nancy Tucker. And I think it's like a mystery thriller. It's a pretty dark, actually. Yeah, it's dark. It's dark.
So not a beach read.
This is not, well, I would still read it on beach.
Okay.
I read everything on a beach.
All right.
Beach reads are everything.
A little
right
lighter.
now. Chrissy is 8 and she has a secret. She has just killed a boy.
That is
told
dark.
you.
That
Yeah.
starts off really dark.
The feeling made her belly fizz like soda pop. I don't know what that means. Her playmates are tearful and their mothers are terrified, keeping them locked up indoors. But Chrissy rules the roost. She's the champion of handstands and wall walking and almost everything else. Best of all, now she has a feeling of power that she never gets at home, where food is scarce and attention scarcer. 20 years later, Chrissy is living in hiding under a changed name, doing all she can to forget who she used to be. But, of course, the past is starting to catch up with her. Dun, dun, dun.
You knew this couldn't end well.
Threatening to take away the one thing she cares about. Here we go on the flip side, her 5-year-old daughter, Molly. Nancy Tucker leaves the reader breathless as she inhabits her protagonist with a shocking authenticity that moves one from sympathy to humor, to horror, to heartbreak, and back again. Well, I don't know where there's going to be humor in here.
Yeah, I went right from sympathy to horror. And I don't know if I could come back again.
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak,
But definitely, I don't know if I can go from I can have humor. But, I mean, I haven't read it yet.
Yes, we'll have to give it a try. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty
It does sound
interesting and
interesting.
engrossing, but, I mean, it's dark.
Especially with a dark child protagonist.
Yeah.
Well, it starts off as a child. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much of it is her childhood, if it's a lot of it or not. But
Obviously, it's a haunted past.
oh, it looks like there's more than one perspective. I see like people
Okay.
names on the chapter headers. Somebody named
Multiple points of view.
Julia. I don't know who that is.
All right.
Spoiler. I don't know who that is. Anyway,
Should be good.
the next one we're getting a little lighter here. Getting lighter.
Excellent. I like the title.
My favorite writing duo, my favorite rom-com authors, Christina Lauren. This is a duo. It's Christina Hobbs and Lauren Billings. I love these books. If you've ever asked for like a light contemporary romantic story about like women doing good things or whatever, I always go, oh, Christina Lauren. Oh, I'm like, I'm not paid to do this. I just really like their
Just
books.
really like it, yeah.
They're really easy to get through and they feel good and they're nice and they're
I
romantic.
mean, the title is great.
Yes,
This will make
I
it
love
great.
the cover too.
Yeah.
Love it. This one, a heartfelt and funny novel about what happens when two people with everything on the line are thrown together by science, or is it fate? Single mom Jessica Davis is a data and statistics wizard. Woo, women in science. But no amount of number crunching can convince her to step back into the dating world. Raised by her grandparents, who now help her raise her 7-year-old daughter, Juno, Jess has been left behind too often to feel comfortable letting anyone in. After all, her father was never around. Her hard-partying mother disappeared when she was 6, and her ex decided he wasn't father material before Juno was even born. Jess holds her loved ones close, and working constantly to stay afloat is hard and lonely. But then Jess hears about Genetic Ally, a buzzy new DNA-based matchmaking company that's predicted to change dating forever. Ooh. Finding a soulmate through DNA? The reliability of numbers. This is something Jess understands. At least she thought she did, until her test shows an unheard of 98% compatibility with another subject in the database. One of Genetic Ally's finders, Dr. River Pena. This is one number she can't wrap her head around because she already knows Dr. Pena. The stuck-up, stubborn man is without a doubt not her soulmate. You want to bet?
Uh-oh. Yeah. I feel like there was a show like this.
But Genetic Ally has a proposition. Get to know him and we'll pay you. Jess, who is barely making ends meet, is in no position to turn it down despite her skepticism about the project and her dislike for River. As the pair are dragged from one event to the next, as the diamond match that could launch Genetic Ally's valuation sky high, Jess begins to realize that there might be more to the scientist and the science behind her soulmate than she thought. The delicate balance between fate and choice.
It's really interesting because there's definitely a show, and now I
think there was a movie. I think there was a Hallmark movie.
No,
like
there was
this.
a show that was like dark, and it was
Oh.
about the same idea that like your soulmate would be matched to you through genetics, and I have to go
Well,
find it now.
there's
It was
that
very
book.
interesting.
There's
It was
that
very
book in the
dark.
Teen Room, the Match series, where they
Yes.
like do it. I don't love that series. I listened to the first one on audiobook and maybe some of the second one, and then I kind of was like, I don't need to finish this. Sorry. Yeah, it was the same kind of principle that it was a little like the government chose for them in
Right.
that series, the
I think
Match
I read that
series.
too. I think I
Yeah,
read that one.
like who they were going to be paired with, and it was supposed to be based off of your genetics and science and your compatibility through what jobs you had, because they also determined what job you were going to go into, whatnot. But this one seems like more fun.
This sounds like the one I
This
saw.
one's
The
more
show
fun.
I saw was dark. This sounds nice and light.
I think there was, I think there might have been a Hallmark movie with a similar premise.
Well, that was probably light too then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the one I saw was dark.
Just my jam.
It was it was like the unexpected consequences of telling somebody that, oh, the person you're married to is not your soulmate, or the person you're married to is not your soulmate.
Yeah.
It's this other person. And
Well, that was the
dark.
whole premise of, that was the other thing about Match, that she found out that the person that she was matched with was not, they were doing an experiment on her, and it was something like she had a crush on this other guy that she's known for a long time, and the person that she was matched with, she was like, do I like him because we were matched, or do I like him because I like him? And then it came out, she found that the system had been hacked and they were doing an experiment just to find that out, and that the person she was actually supposed to be matched with was the other guy. I'm sure it would be more interesting if I finished the series, but
Yeah, I think I read one.
yeah,
I think I read one or two, maybe. Yeah.
I read 1.5. I was like, meh.
This one sounds fun.
I do love their books, so
Like
I can't
this
wait to read
one.
that. This, from the author of The Devil Wears Prada,
Oh, okay. Yes.
Lauren Weisberger's Where the Grass is Green and the Girls Are Pretty.
Oh, I love the title already. Take you down to paradise.
Right? Sing it. Every time I see this book in a review, I'm like, all right.
Oh, Guns N' Roses.
Why not? A highly entertaining, sharply observed novel about sisters, their perfect lives, and their perfect lies.
Uh-oh. Hope my sister's not watching.
This one's going to be super, super popular. It already is. A seat at the anchor desk of the most watched morning show, recognized by millions across the country, thanks in part to her flawless blonde highlights and Botox smooth skin. Meanwhile, we're like, why is our hair so frizzy today?
I didn't take care of that.
There's no makeup on under this mask. Makeup
Yes.
only from here up, but you know. But anyway, an adoring husband and a Princeton-bound daughter. Peyton is that woman. She has it all until Sky, her sister, is a stay-at-home mom living in a glitzy suburb of New York. She has degrees from all the right schools and can helicopter parent with the best of them. But Sky is different from the rest. She's looking for something real and dreams of a life beyond the PTA and pickup until Max, Peyton's bright and quirky 17-year-old daughter, is poised to kiss her fancy private school goodbye and head off to pursue her dreams in film. She's waited her entire life for this opportunity until one little lie. That's all it takes for the illusions to crack, for resentments to surface. Suddenly the grass doesn't look so green, and they're left wondering, will they have what it takes to survive the truth? I'm like very curious what it is that sets things off.
Oh.
They're really there's like no hints. There's no
No,
hints here. I don't know
nothing.
what it is.
Huh.
I don't know.
Other than the title.
I know.
Could it be a Guns N' Roses concert? like just completely destroys
How come you didn't invite me?
I don't know. That's all I'm thinking. Maybe
I
it's
know.
a GNR concert that ruins the whole family. There's a lesson here. Don't go to
These
concerts.
are
Yeah.
the arguments of mythical proportions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could Guns N' Roses ruin your family? I don't know.
It's possible. The next one is a
Ooh.
nonfiction. It sounds really interesting. It is called Noise, A Flaw in Human Judgment, and it's written mainly by Daniel Kahneman, who wrote that Thinking Fast and Slow that was really popular not too long ago. And it's a revolutionary exploration of why people make bad judgments and how to control both noise and cognitive bias. So what is noise? It is two doctors in the same city give different diagnoses to identical patients, or that two judges in the same courthouse give markedly different sentences to people who have committed the same crime. Suppose that different interviewers at the same firm make different decisions about indistinguishable job applicants, or that when a company is handling customer complaints, the resolution depends on who happens to answer the phone. Now imagine that one doctor, judge, or interviewer makes different decisions depending on whether it is morning or afternoon, or Monday rather than Wednesday. These are examples of noise, variability in judgments that should be identical. The detrimental effects of noise in many fields, including medicine, law, economic forecasting, forensic science, bail, child protection, strategy, performance reviews, and personnel selection. Wherever there is judgment, there is noise. So it's just interesting that like you could be influenced based off of like what time of day it is, how you're feeling, if there's like outside influences, and so that's all noise, that's all clutter in our brains.
That's kind of scary. I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it's basically just human
Sounds
nature.
really
It's impossible to say
interesting, yeah.
why two people would come up to the same different conclusions with the same sets of facts and everything. But I think that's
Yes.
interesting.
Rigorous evidence and engaging writing and practical applications.
I like rigorous writing. I do. I like facts. I like.
You gotta back it up.
I gotta back it
If you're
up.
gonna
Can't
put
just
it
tell
on
me
the page,
something.
you gotta
Yeah.
back it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant investigation of a massive societal problem that has been hiding in plain sight. That's pretty true.
Yeah.
So, it's new nonfiction, just came out today. Sounds really interesting. I feel like people are going to be curious about it and want to know more. I'm curious.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right. A couple new children's books. This first one is perfect for everybody. How to Apologize by David LaRochelle, and it's so stinking cute. I love it. Here's a little summary. Wouldn't the world be a better place if everyone knew how to apologize?
Yes. Spoiler
Absolutely.
alert.
That's like one of the first things I taught my kids was like, you need to apologize. And it's it's so cute. The pictures are adorable, and it's like whether you're big or small, when you make a mistake, you gotta say you're sorry, even if that person is mad at you. You should still say you're sorry, and even if the person owes you an apology, you should still say you're sorry. So really nice little almost meditation with some laughs for children and their grown-ups on apologizing. We can
really
all be
cute.
better at it. We can all do better.
That's really cute.
Another beautiful new picture book, A Day for Remembering. It's inspired by the true events of the first Memorial Day. Just a really beautiful book, all about the first, and it gives you a timeline, like what the first Memorial Day was, and it has a quote by Frederick Douglass in the beginning, which really got me. It says, "Dark and sad will be the hour to this nation when it forgets to pay great homage to its greatest benefactors, the loyal soldiers who imperiled all for country and freedom." And that was spoken on the first Decoration Day by Frederick Douglass. And it goes on to explain what had happened after the war and why they felt this need to celebrate the lives of those that they had lost. And so
The art is beautiful.
the art is spectacular, and then the author says that her inspiration came from this photograph that she found of it looks like several hundred African American children, and it's dated May 1st, 1865. So she dug into it and found out that was like the first Decoration Day or Memorial Day. And they give you, so it's a fact-based book, but with a beautiful story in there.
That's
Of
gorgeous.
a child and his family and his community coming together to celebrate those that they had served in the Civil War. So really beautiful book, perfect for Memorial Day, which is coming up right around the corner.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you need a great Memorial Day story, got one. Let's see, a little lighter and a little funnier. Baloney and Friends by Greg Pizzoli. This is I guess an early reader series with comic book type, and it's just hysterical.
I like
the
these.
illustrations are so cute. The colors are super cute. So if you're looking for something very easy to read for a beginning reader, Baloney and Friends is a series that we have, and I think in the early reader section.
Yeah.
I don't call them easy readers anymore. I'm trying really hard not to do that because for kids that are reading them, they're not easy. So we say early readers. And another early reader, this one is sponsored by Elephant and Piggy, two favorites, and Mo Willems, but it's by a different author. He has several books like that now. I think Dr. Seuss did something similar
Yeah.
where he was like the name on the book, but wasn't his book. But Elephant and Piggy still appear, which is awesome.
And if it's got an Elephant and Piggy stamp of approval, I'm into it.
It's gold. It's
Yeah.
complete gold for kids. So it's there. And I love this one, of course, because it brings back Elephant and Piggy in the beginning and the end, which is great. And then it's hysterical. I'm on it because it's all about like prepositions and things. Like, look at me, frog, I'm on it. Like, and then the frog gets on it. And then it just gets very complicated to like the end where we're through it, we're through it. Frog's got his tongue stuck in the racket. So it's just a nice, fun, very easy way to introduce some of the prepositions that kids
That's
should
cute.
know, some sight words. So it makes it a lot more fun. And then at the end, he's like, I'm over it, which is just a funny little expression that kids know. And then they had the meta part of the story where Elephant and Piggy realize that they're in it. They're in the book. And he's like far out, so they have their meta moment in the book, which is really fun. And I think a lot of beginning readers are going to love this one. I don't know what the level is yet on this, but I'm going to say it's pretty early, because it's mostly a lot of just sight words and stuff that they should know anyway. So, got it. This one I couldn't resist because I feel like we grown-ups might need this book. It's a new of the who is, what is kind of thing. What is Congress? I don't know. I think we all need to do a little research. And this might be your book. This is about on my level, actually. This is about all I can take about any kind of subject like this. So I might just have to read this one before I give it out to anybody. What is Congress? I had to have a laugh. And our last but not least is a new book by Erin Hunter. Who is Erin Hunter? I only found out a few years ago. Erin Hunter is not a person. It's a collective of authors that are very popular. And they write these series together. They've done a ton of books on the warrior cats and dogs
so popular.
and like other animals. So they're like stories about like what would be a human conflict, but told through animals, which makes it a little less frightening for children. And this particular one now is a new part of the series, and it is with some mountain gorillas, which is really cool. And it just says, for generations, a silverback troop has lived in peaceful seclusion high above the great herd, adhering to one rule: blood pools on the plains. But while the tranquil canopy of the great mountain shelters them from the dangers below, strange things are happening to the animals who call the mountain home. And when the Great Spirit issues a dire warning, 3 young animals, a gorilla and leopard from the mountains and a gazelle from the plains, must venture into the unknown to prevent darkness from overtaking all they hold dear. So it's pretty heavy, but because it's through animal characters, it's not quite as difficult for kids to process, and kids love them.
They do.
The Erin
They're
Hunter
really
books are
into them.
super popular. So if you have a young one that is looking for just a great a fantasy type book, or just is a fan of Erin Hunter, because some of them already are,
Yes.
this is a great one, and it starts a new series, so they don't have to go back and read all the old ones. So
Although they do anyway.
they probably will, but it gets hard to track them down because
know.
there's so many of them, so you
Yeah.
have to like order from other libraries and stuff. This will be the start of a new one, so pick it on up. Let me know if you need it.
Well, I'm sure lots of kids
Yeah,
are gonna
I think
be
a lot of
looking
kids are
for
gonna want that one. Yeah, I think so too.
That's
Probably
very
folds.
exciting. I know we
Yeah.
had a couple of things today, but they're good things.
Yes, definitely.
Quality, not quantity. Like I said,
know,
we
but I
already
like
have,
quantity too.
I know. We already have some things for next week, at least for the adults. So hopefully we'll get some more.
I better get another box.
Everybody, cross your fingers that the book people send us more
You
books.
better be listening, Baker and Taylor. I want another box.
Send us more. All right, that is it. So happy reading, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.